Hello guys, welcome to Slightly Dope channel. Here we will discuss about basic electronics and various types of electronics devices. In today's video, we are going to discuss about very basic things of semiconductor, like definition of semiconductor, its properties, examples of semiconductor and its use. So let's start. We all know different types of solids are classified into three categories depending on their conductivity. These three categories are metal or conductor, insulator and semiconductor. Here we discuss only about semiconductor. Now, what is semiconductor? Semiconductors are a group of materials having electrical conductivities intermediate between metals and insulators. So we can say it is neither a good conductor nor a good insulator. The conductivity of these semiconductor types materials can be varied over order of magnitude depending on some factors. These factors are temperature, optical excitation and impurity content. Now, temperature effect on semiconductor. At 0 Kelvin temperature, there is no free electron in a pure semiconductor because at this condition, each atom in a semiconductor creates a covalent bond with their neighboring atom. That's why at this temperature they act as an insulator. But when we increase the temperature due to thermal excitation, some of the covalent bonds are broken down and we get some free electrons. These free electrons move freely inside the crystal and due to the movement of free electrons, its conductivity increases. So we can say with increase the temperature, the conductivity of semiconductor increases and the resistance of the semiconductor decreases. Optical excitation effect on semiconductor. If we keep a semiconductor in a very high electric field and apply a suitable ray of frequency, then the semiconductor starts to conduct electrons due to thermal excitation. This process is called photoconduction, and due to the process of photoconduction, the conductivity increases. Now, doping effect on semiconductor. Let's see what is the doping. If we put a very little bit of impurity in a certain process within a semiconductor, its conductivity increases. The process of mixing impurity with the pure semiconductor is called doping. Let us consider what happens if a small amount of pentavalent impurity is added to a sample of intrinsic silicon. The size of the impurity atoms is roughly the same as that of silicon. An impurity atom replaces a silicon atom in its crystalline structure. Now, pentavalent atom has 5 valence electrons. 4 of these form covalent bonds with 4 neighboring silicon atoms. The 5th electron has no chance of forming a covalent bond. It is this electron that is important to us. Since it is not associated with any covalent bond and is quite far from the nucleus, it is very loosely bound. These electrons are called free electrons. All the free electrons which have been donated by the impurity atoms can take part in the conduction of electric current. Now let's see what happens if boron is doped in a pure intrinsic silicon atom. The boron atom in the crystal has only 3 valence electrons. These electrons form covalent bonds with the 3 neighboring silicon atoms. The fourth neighboring silicon atom is unable to form a covalent bond with the boron atom because the boron atom does not have the fourth electron in its valence orbit. There is a deficiency of an electron around the boron atom. The single electron in the incomplete bond has a great tendency to snatch an electron from the neighboring atom. This tendency is so great that an electron in an adjacent covalent bond having very small additional energy can jump to occupy the vacant position. This electron then completes the covalent bond around boron atom, and thus conductivity of semiconductor increases. The conductivity of a semiconductor follows the equation sigma equals to A to the power minus E by kT, where E is the constant quantity, is the energy level, K is the Boltzmann constant, and T is the temperature. Now let's discuss about various types of semiconductor. Semiconductor materials are found in column 4 in periodic table. There are various types of semiconductor like elemental semiconductor, compound semiconductor, and alloy semiconductor. Now, what is elemental, compound, and alloy semiconductor? Semiconductors consisting of single chemical element are known as elemental semiconductor. Example: silicon, germanium, etc. Semiconductors consisting of two or more chemical elements are called compound semiconductor. Example: gallium arsenide, indium phosphide, etc. The chemical elements belong from the group 3,5 and group 2,6 from the periodic table. In compound semiconductors, the ratios are fixed in the material. But there are such type of semiconductor where the chemical elements are randomly distributed. They are called alloy semiconductor. It is called group 4,4 semiconductor. Some examples of alloy semiconductor are ternary semiconductor. It consists of 3 chemical components and the ratios are randomly distributed. Quaternary semiconductor, it consists of 4 chemical components and the ratios are randomly distributed. Now, some uses of semiconductors. In early days, germanium was widely used in the transistor and diodes. Nowadays, silicon is used for the majority of rectifiers, transistors, and integrated circuits. Compounds are widely used in high-speed devices and devices requiring the emission or absorption of light. So this is all about today's video. Thanks for watching our video. If you like this video, please press the like button and share the video, and please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Press the bell icon to get more notifications. Thank you.